When we think of ancient Rome, we imagine powerful emperors, grand temples, and gods like Jupiter and Mars. But what many people don't realize is that the Roman Empire also gave rise to something that would change the world forever: the rise of Christianity. What began as a small persecuted religion eventually became the official faith of the Roman Empire, and it reshaped Rome itself in ways no one could have imagined. Christianity started in the 1st century AD in the Roman province of Judea. It was based on the teachings of Jesus of Nazareth, a Jewish preacher who taught about love, forgiveness, and the kingdom of God. His followers believed he was the Son of God and the promised Messiah, but in the eyes of the Roman authorities, Jesus was a troublemaker. He was arrested and crucified, a punishment usually reserved for criminals or rebels. Many followers of the Christian religion began to spread his message across the empire. At first they were few in number and met in secret. They didn't worship the Roman gods, and they refused to call the emperor a god, which made them suspicious to Roman officials. Because of this, Christians were often persecuted. They were arrested, imprisoned, and in many cases brutally killed. One of the most famous early persecutions happened under Emperor Nero in the year 64 AD. After a huge fire destroyed much of Rome, Nero blamed the Christians. He used them as scapegoats, and many were executed in horrifying ways. Later, emperors like Decius and Diocletian also cracked down on Christians. But even with all the danger, Christianity kept growing. In fact, persecution sometimes had the opposite effect. People were inspired by the bravery of Christian martyrs, and more were drawn to the faith. Everything changed in the early 4th century when a Roman general named Constantine rose to power. In the year 312 AD, before a crucial battle near Rome, Constantine claimed to have seen a vision, a cross of light in the sky with the words, "In this sign, conquer." Believing it was a message from the Christian God, he ordered his soldiers to place Christian symbols on their shields. After winning the battle, Constantine began to support Christianity. The next year, in 313 AD, Constantine issued the Edict of Milan, which officially made Christianity legal in the Roman Empire. Christians were no longer hunted or killed. They could worship freely, own property, and build churches. For the first time, Christianity was no longer a religion of the shadows. It was accepted by the empire. Constantine himself later became a Christian and helped spread the religion even further. But Christianity didn't just become legal, it became powerful. Constantine gave the church money, land, and political support. He built large churches, including the original version of St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. He also helped organize the church. In 325 AD, he called Christian leaders together for the Council of Nicaea, where they agreed on basic beliefs that would guide Christianity for centuries. Later, under Emperor Theodosius in 380 AD, Christianity became the official religion of the Roman Empire. Pagan worship was banned. Temples to Roman gods were closed. Now the religion that had once been feared and hated by Roman rulers was a part of the empire itself. Bishops became important public figures. The church was no longer just about faith, it had real political power. As the Western Roman Empire began to collapse in the 5th century, the Christian church remained strong. In fact, it helped hold society together during a time of chaos. The Bishop of Rome, later called the Pope, became the most important religious leader in the West. The Church preserved knowledge, helped the poor, and provided structure when the old Roman government could no longer do so. One of the most powerful symbols of this transformation is the Vatican. Located in Rome, it sits on the site where the Apostle Peter is believed to have been buried. Over time, this area became the heart of the Catholic Church. Today, Vatican City is its own country, the smallest in the world, and it's the spiritual home for over 1 billion Catholics around the globe. So how did Christianity change Rome? It reshaped its values, its institutions, and its future. What began as a persecuted faith grew into a global force. It replaced Roman gods with Christian teachings, and it transformed the Roman Empire from within. Even after the empire fell, the Christian Church carried its legacy forward.